Hello all, welcome to another painting tutorial. In this one we're going to look at some goblins for my Orcs and Goblin army. I chose a red sort of a color on these guys, and I wanted to keep a theme throughout. And then for my Night Goblins I also did some sort of a contrast color. So this squad or this mob or whatever regiment is purple as a contrast, but obviously you can pick any color you want. Some of the other ones I've done like a turquoise or yellow. But the general theme for my army was red Night Goblins. So here's the basic colors to get that. So your red cloaks are all these, any sort of leather bits, the purple contrast I did using that. Basic greens here for your flesh tones, you can use whatever one you prefer. Any of the swords or spear tips, and wood. Okay, so looking at those different areas on the actual model itself, there's your skin tones, your cloak there, shield, metal bits, and leather, and wood. Okay, so using the basic base coats here, what I did is I started out with a red spray paint and kind of did a very fast highlight on all of the red bits, and then did the base coats of everything else. So I got some browns in there for my teeth, my silvers, and brown obviously on the netter here. And there you can see, so the reds themselves are actually highlighted, everything else is just base coated, and you can see on the shields there, that's what the base coat kind of looked like with just the red spray. And there's the purple base color there. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm highlighting up the greens to get things going, and you can see I've done the bases as well. That's just my coffee grounds that I've used a couple different times. And there's highlighting up the skin tones. And here we go there. So that was basically, I've got the cloaks done and the skins. Now I just need to shade and highlight the other bits. Okay, so I've got looks like I've got the shade on there. Got some of the shades on the metal bits there, so that's my washes. And highlighting up some of the browns and silvers. And there we go, highlighting up the purples. So you can see I'm doing this whole thing all at once. So this is quite a large mob, and I'm just trying to get things done as quickly as possible, so I don't drive myself insane with crazy amounts of detail. So tabletop level, and trying to do things as efficiently as possible. Okay, there we are, all done, and got my highlights on those nets, obviously some edge highlights on these spears. I really like the look of doing the base coat, doing the wash on things, and then just trying to pick out the areas that would be scraped off on the spears. I think that looks quite nice, and especially with the Orcs and Goblins, it makes it look kind of tarnished or rusty or whatever. And let's look at some of the other details. So I did the coffee grounds on the base, and then added bits of static grass here and there, and obviously have it in in one of the textured movement trays from GW. And these guys are from the old starter set, but you obviously can use the same techniques with the Night Goblins that are available now, the multi-part kits. So there's the champion, look at the front and the back. The musician there with his gong. There's the standard bearer. And letter, if I use that upgrade. And just a generic guy as well. So you can see up close there's not a ton of detail, but it's enough that that these guys look quite nice on the tabletop, and should go well with the rest of my army. Hope you enjoyed this. Check out my blog. It's like watching paintdry.blogspot.com. There'll be a link in the description below, and you can see some of my works in progress there, and leave me comments either here or there, and I will try to get back to you. See you later.